from Loop by Loop Studio. Thanks so much for joining me on another Monday tips and tricks video. And today I want to talk to you real quick about how do you process your wool for rug hooking. So I buy lots of wool from various mills. Big one is Door Mill, Heavens to Betsy. Those are two that I patronize all the time. And when you buy wools from those places, you're buying it off the bolt, which means when it comes to you, it should be felted before you use it and cut it up for rug hooking. So felting is a process where you're actually shrinking the wool slightly to make it fluffier, and these shrink all the threads together so that when you put it through your cutting machine or cut it up with scissors, it's a lot easier and isn't going to unravel on you. So I have wool here that I've washed over the weekend. So actually what I have is wool that's unwashed, and I know it's a little hard to see these textures because it is just a regular white piece of wool, but this wool that's been unwashed, the edge is fraying slightly. It's a lot thinner than my washed wool, and really I can feel the difference. This is light and thin. It feels a little scratchy, whereas this wool that I've washed, you may not be able to tell the difference, but again, it's more by feel. It's a lot fluffier. The edges are a lot softer, and they'll unravel a little bit, but not nearly as much as if I tried to cut my unwashed wool. So basically what I do at this point, you can probably see here I have multiple yards. What I did is I put 4 or 5 yards at a time in the washing machine on a regular hot wash, and then I put it in the dryer for a little while. It depends on your machine. It depends on how long you're going to want to put it in the dryer. I put mine in about 20 minutes, and then I usually bring it outside or line dry it, just so that it doesn't get over felted. That's the other thing. You don't want to thicken your wool too much, because then that'll create a whole bunch of other problems. So I just want to slightly thicken it. So what I do from this point is I find my selvage edge, and that's the edge here that is sewed together. And once you find that edge, you can snip on that edge. I do about 8 to 10 inches across at a time, and then I rip this wool from that selvage edge all the way to the other selvage edge. So when this is washed and dried, it shrinks down to about 54 inches, and then I fold this the long way. I quarter it. From there, I'm gonna snip both sides the long way, and then I just further rip them apart. So then I end up with 4 pieces that are about 8 by 14 inches or so. So at this point, if I were working at the studio, I would just run this through my machine. First, I'd snip this selvage off, and I'd rip that off, and then I'd run it through my cutting machine. But since I'm working from home and I don't have my cutting machine here, say I want to use this right away, I'm just gonna fold this up, and then I just take my scissors, and you need some real sharp scissors, which these might not be, but you know, I'd probably pull out my good scissors, and I can cut this down and use the strips in my rug hooking. So that's how I process my wool. If you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments. If you have any questions whatsoever about primitive rug hooking, drop them in the comments. Go to loopbyloopstudio.com. You can contact me there, or you can email loopbyloopstudio@gmail.com. So thanks so much, and have a good Monday.